This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Shashina Rolf-Farquharson. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping the news tonight, the political future of the Member of Parliament for East Grand Bahama is the topic of debate right now at the school hall at Freeport Bible Church. We have the latest in this report. ZNS News receiving information that FNM leader, Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis, is on the ground meeting with the chairman and executives of East Grand Bahama. A circular issued by the party confirmed that meetings were taking place at the church hall and MPs were not invited to attend. Today's meeting with the East Grand Bahama team coming hours after some residents of that constituency reportedly expressed outrage at the decision to drop TURNQUEST from the ticket as a candidate for East Grand Bahama. Now, TURNQUEST himself revealed some information in a note that went viral over the weekend, stating that he had been advised by the party leader that he will not receive the party's nomination for East Grand Bahama, and hence he, TURNQUEST, was putting all campaign activities on hold. When we contacted the East Grand Bahama MP, declined to comment, saying he would rather wait until the Central Council of the FNM makes a final determination on the matter. Now, last year, the East Grand Bahama MP resigned his post as Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, as he and a former business associate have been accused of defrauding a company of over $30 million through wire transfers and fraudulent invoices in a Supreme Court writ. Now, in the meantime, party leader Dr. Hubert Minnis issuing a statement as well over the weekend, noting that some persons who ran in the 2017 elections will not be running in the upcoming election. He says there will be much public speculation as decisions are made as to who will and who will not run, but out of respect and courtesy, the FNM will first privately inform those incumbent MPs who will not be nominated again before the announcement is made public. The Prime Minister stating that the FNM is a big tent party with many paths to service beyond frontline candidacy. Well, meantime, ZNS News has confirmed that Member of Parliament for South and Central Abaco, James ALBURY, will not be seeking re-election. In a social media post today, ALBURY confirmed that he will not be seeking the party's endorsement for re-election, noting that his reasons are not political, but is in the best interest of himself and family. He reaffirmed that he has support for the Minnis administration and its leadership, and it has been and continues to be an honor to serve South and Central Abaco. Meantime, residents of Grand Bahama anxiously awaiting the announcement of the candidates for the three political parties in the country. Well, tonight we speak with officials of the Free National Movement, the Progressive Liberal Party, and the Democratic National Alliance, who say they are wrapping up the ratification process. Are expected to head to the polls to cast their vote for the next government of the Bahamas. But the political season is already heating up, as both the Free National Movement and Progressive Liberal Party ratified candidates last week. None were from Grand Bahama. National Vice Chairman of the Free National Movement says residents won't have to wait much longer to find out who will represent the FNM in the upcoming election. But he says one thing is clear: Grand Bahama is still FNM country.
I'm happy to say that I look at the statistics, I look at how people vote, and I want to assure people out there that Grand Bahama is FNM country. I would believe that the ratification process is in the middle of the process, and that it is likely that in the next 90 days or less, we will see all of the candidates out and working in the field, having been ratified by the party to represent all 39 constituencies.
Chairman of the Progressive Liberal Party, Fred Mitchell, also speaking with our news team today. He says residents on Grand Bahama can expect to hear an announcement very soon, adding that these candidates will be qualified and ready to tackle the issues that plague Grand Bahama.
The Progressive Liberal Party is at a very advanced stage in the choice of its candidates for Grand Bahama in all of the seats from west to east, and we should make an announcement shortly about this. We believe that the candidates in this next general election for the Progressive Liberal Party will represent a new day, a new era.
The Democratic National Alliance also expecting to run a full slate of candidates for the island. Leader Arinthia Komalafi says Grand Bahamians will be proud of their diverse selection.
We have had provisional candidates who have been on the ground for more than a year now in West Grand Bahama and the Freeport area. We are also in advanced talks of partnering with other political parties outside of the PLP and the FNM, as well as independents, to put forward the strongest and best team for Grand Bahama. It is obvious, though, that Grand Bahama has not had the best representation over the years, despite having cabinet ministers from the island. The DNA has a revolutionary platform, and Grand Bahama figures very prominently in that platform.
Switching gears now, Brick House Construction officially opening its commercial complex this morning. The investment is considered a major injection in the Grand Bahama economy. During the official opening ceremony, government officials commended the investor for showing faith in the local economy. Italia Hall was there. The official opening ceremony for Brick House Plaza attracting a cross-sector of well-wishers from the Grand Bahama business community. The investment is valued around $3 million. Member of Parliament for Central Grand Bahama, the Honorable Iram Lewis says the multi-million-dollar complex, located just off East Sunrise Highway, features a wide range of businesses.
Beauty salon, there will be a sports lounge, a drug pharmacy, a bakery, and a Hungry Man's Cafe, among other stores. This location is indeed perfect as it is centrally located, and I'm sure this will indeed encourage others to do likewise.
Lewis congratulating the owner of the complex, Reverend Lloyd Roll, for investing in the local economy.
And may God continue to elevate you from higher, higher, and higher, and that others in Grand Bahama will follow suit and do likewise. Grand Bahama is going to be bigger, better, and stronger because of persons like you, through the grace of the Almighty God.
Leader of the opposition, the Honorable Philip Brave Davis, also congratulating the business owner.
The Reverend Lloyd Roll, with his wife on his side, he, a local contractor, has stepped forward and demonstrated great hope, resilience, and confidence in the people of Grand Bahama by investing in his future, while significantly contributing to this island's post-hurricane recovery and reconstruction efforts. I applaud you, Mr. Roll.
Bishop Godfrey Williams lifting prayers for the building.
This complex.
Reverend Lloyd Roll says he is proud to see the day finally come to fruition, as it was a challenging period.
But through God's grace and His mercy, my family and I were able to pull this off and make it a reality. But I'm quite proud of myself, because when the COVID-19 came in, it kind of handicapped the progress. But despite that, we were able to pull through and get the building completed.
Members of the royal family cutting the ceremonial ribbon, officially declaring the Brick House Plaza open. Italia Hall, ZNS Network News. Well, progress being made on the Sweetings Key housing project. The Rotary Clubs of Grand Bahama, along with its partners TK Foundation, made a pledge last month to help residents rebuild their lives after Hurricane Dorian demolished most of the homes on the Key. Jay Philippe returned to the Key on Friday for an update.
The Rotary Clubs of Grand Bahama made a pledge to rebuild homes on Sweetings Key. What you see behind me is one of those homes that is nearly 75% completed. During a press conference just last month, members of the Rotary Club committed to rebuilding 9 homes, and today one of those homes is nearly completed thanks to the Rotary partners and Team Seagrape, a group of workers in the construction field. Billy Jane Ferguson, Rotary's District Assistant Governor for Grand Bahama, says that they are pleased with the work being done on Sweetings Key.
So far, we've already, as you can see, poured the floors, the beams, the columns, and the structures up. The roof is going on, the floors are in, the windows are in, and the team is just working really hard to get the job done. Team Seagrapes, it's a bunch of young men came on the Key, came into Rotary with no skills, and months later, a year and some months later, they're able to construct something like that. Now, of course, we do have team leaders who are skilled carpenters and skilled residential builders. So these are a bunch of young men from different parts of Grand Bahama who came together to make up Team Secret. They are an awesome group of people.
Officer in charge at the Ministry of Works Grand Bahama office, Tony Hudson Bannister, also on hand on Sweetings Key, inspecting the progress on the housing project.
For the most part, they have been very well with following all the regulations put in place by the government. They have gotten approvals through the Town Planning Committee. They've put in all their relevant paperwork, gotten all of the approvals from the relevant agencies. And what we see here is a ahead schedule of what is on the plans.
Licensed general contractor of the Rebuilding Sweetings Key project, Cyril Harvey, says the homes being built are hurricane-resistant homes designed to help maintain structural stability.
The reason why we built them on stilts, we wanted to raise it, elevate it above the normal traditional floor level. So in case you have small storms or whatnot, you won't have water intruding the house. And what we did, we used 4,000 PSI concrete we mix, and with reinforced number 5 steel to make it even stronger.
Chief Councillor Gladstone Russell, who also lives on the Key, says after seeing the amount of work that Team Seagrape has completed in such a short time, residents on the Key are eager to see construction begin on their homes.
The residents are excited about the homes. Everybody wondering when they coming to me next. I told them, don't worry about that. You're next.
I'm Jay Philippe, ZNS Network News.
Thanks, Jay. News from the crime beat. 63-year-old Cartwright Jones of Hannah Hill 8 Mile Walk appeared before Magistrate LaQuay Lang in court number 3 this morning. Jones was arraigned on abetment to commit murder. He was not required to enter a plea, and the matter was adjourned until May 20th, 2021 for trial. This matter occurred between September 20th, 2020 and December 20th, 2020 and reported to the Criminal Investigation Department. Stay with us. We'll be back right after this.